What if the way you think could be the key to unlocking better decisions, more insightful judgments, and a deeper understanding of your own mind? In Thinking Fast and Slow, Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman takes us on a fascinating journey through the dual processes of our brain: the rapid, instinctive reactions of System 1 and the slower, more deliberate reasoning of System 2. This groundbreaking book reveals how these two systems shape our thoughts, decisions, and actions in ways we often don't realize. Whether you're interested in psychology, business, or personal development, Thinking Fast and Slow offers profound insights into the inner workings of our minds, challenging us to rethink how we perceive the world and make choices every day. Ready to transform your thinking? Let's dive in. Lesson 1: The Two Systems of Thinking. Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow introduces us to the fascinating concept of two distinct systems of thinking: System 1 and System 2. System 1 operates automatically and quickly, making snap judgments and intuitive decisions based on our experiences and emotions. It's the system we rely on for everyday tasks like driving or recognizing familiar faces. In contrast, System 2 is deliberate, slow, and analytical. It kicks in when we need to solve complex problems, evaluate information critically, or make decisions that require careful consideration. Understanding these two systems is crucial because it reveals how our minds process information and make choices. By recognizing when each system is at play, we can harness their strengths and avoid common cognitive biases that may lead to errors in judgment. Kahneman's exploration prompts us to think deeper about how we think, offering insights that can enhance decision-making and problem-solving in both personal and professional spheres. Lesson 2: Cognitive Biases and Heuristics. Imagine being aware of the mental shortcuts and biases that influence your decisions without you realizing it. Kahneman delves into the world of cognitive biases and heuristics, mental strategies that often lead to systematic errors in judgment. For instance, the availability heuristic causes us to overestimate the likelihood of events based on how easily examples come to mind. Understanding these biases can help us become more aware of our thought processes and make more informed decisions. By questioning our initial reactions and considering alternative perspectives, we can mitigate the impact of biases and improve the accuracy of our judgments. This lesson challenges us to critically examine our thinking patterns and adopt strategies that promote clearer, more rational decision-making in various aspects of life. Lesson 3: Prospect Theory and Loss Aversion. Consider how differently we perceive gains and losses. Kahneman and Tversky's prospect theory, explored in Thinking Fast and Slow, reveals that people tend to value potential losses more than equivalent gains, a phenomenon known as loss aversion. This insight into human behavior sheds light on why individuals may take more risks to avoid losses than to achieve gains of the same magnitude. Recognizing this tendency can help us navigate decision-making with greater awareness. By reframing choices and focusing on potential gains rather than losses, we can overcome the inertia caused by fear of loss and embrace opportunities for growth and achievement. This lesson invites us to rethink our approach to risk and reward, encouraging a mindset that balances caution with optimism to achieve better outcomes in personal and professional endeavors. Lesson 4: Anchoring Effect and Decision-Making. Imagine the subtle influence of an initial piece of information on your decision-making process. Kahneman's exploration of the anchoring effect reveals that people often rely too heavily on the first piece of information they encounter when making judgments or estimates. This cognitive bias can lead to skewed perceptions and inaccurate assessments. Becoming aware of the anchoring effect allows us to approach decision-making more critically. By actively seeking additional information, questioning initial assumptions, and considering alternative perspectives, we can mitigate the impact of anchoring and arrive at more objective decisions. This lesson prompts us to examine how our minds process information and encourages us to cultivate habits that promote more thoughtful and rational decision-making in various contexts. Lesson 5: Overconfidence and Predictions. Consider the disconnect between our confidence in predictions and their actual accuracy. Kahneman explores the phenomenon of overconfidence, a pervasive bias where individuals tend to be more confident in their judgments and predictions than justified by their actual performance. This cognitive bias can lead to costly errors in decision-making as individuals may underestimate risks or overestimate their abilities. Recognizing the pitfalls of overconfidence prompts us to approach our own predictions and judgments with humility and skepticism. By seeking feedback, testing assumptions, and maintaining a willingness to revise our beliefs based on new information, we can improve the accuracy of our predictions and make more informed decisions. This lesson challenges us to confront our biases and cultivate a mindset of intellectual humility and openness to enhance our predictive abilities in personal and professional realms. Lesson 6. The influence of framing. Reflect on how the way information is presented can significantly impact our perceptions and decisions. Kahneman's insights on framing reveal that the way choices are framed, whether as potential gains or losses, can profoundly influence our preferences and decisions. For example, presenting the same medical procedure as having a 90% survival rate versus a 10% mortality rate can elicit different responses from patients, despite describing the same outcome. Understanding the power of framing empowers us to approach communication and decision-making more strategically. By considering different frames, exploring diverse perspectives, and reframing choices to highlight positive aspects, we can guide ourselves and others toward more favorable outcomes. This lesson encourages us to harness the influence of framing to enhance communication effectiveness and optimize decision-making processes in various contexts. Lesson 7. Regression to the mean. Imagine understanding the statistical phenomenon that underlies many everyday occurrences. Kahneman discusses regression to the mean, a statistical principle where extreme outcomes tend to be followed by more moderate outcomes over time. This concept challenges our tendency to attribute exceptional performance or setbacks solely to personal skill or failure. Recognizing regression to the mean prompts us to approach successes and failures with a more balanced perspective. By acknowledging the role of luck, external factors, and statistical fluctuations, we can avoid the pitfalls of overconfidence or undue pessimism. This lesson encourages us to adopt a nuanced understanding of performance and outcomes, fostering resilience, humility, and a more realistic appraisal of our abilities and circumstances. As we've explored in Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow, the dual systems of our brain profoundly impact our decisions, judgments, and perceptions. By understanding the rapid, intuitive responses of System 1 and the slower, more deliberate reasoning of System 2, we gain valuable insights into our cognitive processes. This awareness equips us to make more informed, rational choices in our personal and professional lives. We hope you found these insights from Thinking Fast and Slow enlightening and thought-provoking. If you want to continue your journey towards mastering your mindset and making smarter decisions, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment sharing your biggest takeaway, and subscribe to Money Mindset Mastery. Join our community as we delve into more books and strategies to enhance your financial intelligence and personal growth. Your journey to a better mindset starts here. How often do you let your fast, instinctive thinking guide your decisions? And what might change if you pause to engage your slow, deliberate reasoning more frequently?